Hi guys, so we are decluttering a bunch of stuff right now that I just don't want or need anymore. I have a ton of makeup, but I don't declutter all at once. I don't really like to hoard a lot of things because I don't have a large space. My vanity and everything is in my bedroom, which is quite small. So I tend to find if something doesn't work for me, I put it in a little bin and I declutter it kind of immediately. I find people to give things to, or I throw away things that are not usable. So I have a bin here that is pretty much full with things that I don't want anymore. So I wanted to kind of show you the things that I'm getting rid of before I get rid of them, because I know everybody loves declutter videos. I know this is not the traditional one where I'm going through all of my millions of things, but I wanted to still show you guys nonetheless. So let's get into the video. The first thing I'm going to get rid of is the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I have this one in the shade 310. It's not a bad powder, but the shade is just a little too neutral on me, and sometimes when I use it I find it just makes my skin look a little bit ashy. So this is definitely not the right shade. So I did pick up 312, which if I believe it's Golden Dior, and it definitely looks a lot better. And I also picked up 322, which was like golden caramel something, which would be great for all over my face. So I'm gonna declutter this one and find someone who would want this. And yeah, the next thing is this Skin & Co. Sardinian Spirit shower gel. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and as you can see, I used a good amount of it. It's down here, and I really enjoy the smell. It reminds me a lot of the Sexy Peel from Lush, if you've ever used that. But it's very drying on the skin, and right now going into fall and winter, my skin is already quite dry. So I don't think this is going to be something I'm going to be using, and I don't want it to just sit and take up space in my shower. So I am going to get rid of this. I will empty it out and throw the bottle in the recycling. And the neighbor's dogs are going nuts, which means my dogs are probably going to start barking soon too, so we got to hurry this up. The next thing I'm going to get rid of is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% toning solution. I am a big fan of the Pixi glycolic acid toner. I am obsessed with that stuff, and this was a little bit more affordable. And I purchased this from Ulta, and I thought that this was going to be kind of a dupe, something that I could replace the other one with and save a couple dollars. But I really don't like this product. I feel like it's for something that is so viscous and liquidy, it's kind of thick on the skin. It almost leaves like a residue, and I don't feel like it quite does what the other formula does for me. So I just don't enjoy using this, and I don't really want to continue using it. I'm maybe going to find somebody to see if someone else wants to try it, but this is just not something I want to keep using. This is something that I've had in my makeup collection for a while, and it's the Bare Minerals Warmth Powder. I was holding on to this as a bronzer situation. A friend of mine had it, didn't really use it, and you know, asked me if I wanted to try it, and of course I said yes, because I love to try everything. But I find like I just don't know how to use this. Like I use a big fluffy brush when I do my bronzer, and I feel like this just kind of gets everywhere and kind of gets muddy into my foundation, and I just don't like the way it looks. The color is quite nice, but I'm just not really talented enough, I guess, to use this. I like to just throw everything on my face, and this is just not as user friendly for like, I think you just have to have a lot of patience, and I don't. And I'm not gonna like change my whole makeup routine or my techniques to do my makeup, especially when I'm going to work in the morning and I kind of need to be a little bit quicker about it. I need something to be really, really easy, and so this is going to find a new home. This is something that, I mean, I'm gonna toss out because it's a mascara and you can't really put things in your eyes and then other people's eyes. But it is the Essence Big Lash 3 Triple Black Mascara. I like the blue one, which is the waterproof one. And I decided I was going to try this one ages ago. It was brand new in my drawer and I finally got around to trying it. And I don't like it because it smudges underneath my eyes. I have problems with that because I have very oily eyelids, and this just did not work for me. I used it 2 times. Both times I had smudging under the eyes, and nobody wants to look like a raccoon. We go through all the trouble of concealing, and yeah, this just did not work for me. The same goes for this Wet n Wild Mega Volume Mascara. I saw Julia Adams review this and she really liked it, and so I decided I was going to also try it. And the brush looks really promising, but it's so dry of a formula. I don't know if this is just like a one-time issue. Maybe it was just the one I happened to pick up that was extremely dry like this, but it just doesn't do enough to my lashes to replace any of my favorite ones. So I'm gonna get rid of this as well. I also did like a giant purchase on Ulta to kind of try a bunch of things from them, and I picked up this eye enhancing mascara, not realizing that there's glitter in it. And even though you can't really tell the glitter when it's on the lashes, I just didn't really love the formula. It didn't do anything really great. It's not a bad mascara by any means, but it just wasn't my favorite, and I don't like to keep things that I'm not gonna really necessarily use, because I have other mascaras that I'm just gonna continue to use over this. This will just get old and sit in the drawer. I'd rather not wait for it to get old before tossing it. So yeah. Another thing that's kind of like that is the Chic Glam. This was like their bronzing stick, and I got it in the shade Cinnamon. The color is quite nice on this, but the formula is stiff, and just, I mean, you can blend it out, but it just requires a little bit more effort than I'm willing to put in. I have other bronzers that I enjoy more than this, and I don't want it to just sit in the drawer so that my collection can look enormous. I rather just get rid of it, give it to someone else who doesn't mind. So this is gonna go. Another product that I tried that I didn't like, I picked up a bunch of L'Oreal stuff, and this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzer and Lumi Bronze It in the shade Medium. The color, I think, actually, now that I've lost some of my tan, looks okay. My problem with this is that there's so much glitter in it, so much sparkle, and I'm just not about it. I really don't like all that. And that's after I kind of like wiped it off a little, but it just has, like, I don't know if you can see, it has glitter in there, and that is not my favorite. So I know I'm not going to reach for this, so for that reason I'm going to let it go. Another L'Oreal product was the Age Perfect blush, and I got mine in the shade Peony. I actually really love this packaging, I just have to say. It came with like the mirror on the bottom, and I think a sponge, which I think is great. The blush is like this, and it looks really cute. It looks really cute in the packaging, and the tone is not bad, but again, there's glitter. Little bits of glitter that I'm not a fan of. I like shimmer, but I like and having like a beautiful sheen, but I'm not a fan of like glitter. I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm filming in natural light and the clouds are coming in and out, so it's a little bit crazy. There is this Chic Glam blush here in the shade Metallic Gold. It's a metallic gold blush in the shade Far Out, and this is what she looks like. She's a little powdery, a little chalky. She looks okay, not my favorite. I have a million blushes. I just can't keep everything. So this is also going to go. I also have this XX Revolution, what is this called? Setting powder. It's like an illuminating setting powder, and this was in the shade Luster, and it's just way too shimmery. I find that this is more like using a highlighter than a setting powder. I would never ever put this on my face like a setting powder again. I did try it once like that, and it was a big fat mistake. It is pretty as a highlighter, but the packaging is really bulky, and I have other highlighters. So I just don't think I'm going to use this. I've been holding on to it for probably like 5 or 6 months now, and I haven't used it more than twice. So for that reason, she got to go. She got to go. Another product that I've been hoarding for a really long time because the size is so small is this little Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Powder bronzer in medium deep. This looks so ashy on my skin. I just don't love it. I also had it in the larger size, and I decluttered the larger one and I kept the mini because I thought maybe I would use this like traveling and stuff like that, but I don't like it. I think it's just the packaging is really adorable. Too Faced always does a really good job with the packaging, but yeah, I'm never going to use that. So I'm going to pass it on to someone who will. I also have a couple of these Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour like pot cream things. They're supposed to be kind of like the MAC cream pot shadow stuff. And the one that I'm going to get rid of is the shade VIP. It's just a little too like neutrally, almost like a primer type of thing, and I think maybe that's what they were going for, but it's just not a color I need or will use. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. I do have it in the shade Urbanite, which is kind of a skin tone shade that I feel like works better on my skin tone, so this one's gonna go. A product that's expired, so I'm going to throw it away, but I wanted to talk about it because I actually really like this product, and although I have similar ones that I need to use up, if I were in the market to buy another product like this, I would buy it again. And this is the Derma E Very Clear Spot Acne Treatment. It's like 2% salicylic acid. If you have any kind of acne that is active that you want to like just spot treat, this is a great product and I highly, highly recommend it. But this one is expired in January. But I feel like it's already kind of expired because I feel like the formula has changed a little bit and it's 2 months away from the expiration date, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I feel like this comes with 14 grams of product, and I would never be able to get through 14 grams because I don't have, even though I think I have a decent amount of acne, I just feel like you need such a little bit amount that you kind of would never go through this whole thing. So yeah. And then I wanted to get into some palettes that I just never ever reach for. This was the Pure Festival palette, and I got this in a BoxyCharm. I kept telling myself I was going to use this palette. I've swatched it about 5,000 times, but I've never actually, I don't want to say never, I think I used it like twice, but I don't really use it. It's just sitting in my collection, and I don't think that I'm actually ever going to use this. So it's time for her to move on. A palette I purchased because I saw this on like Indie Spotlight or something over the summer and I thought was gorgeous is this one from Miura. It's the Kiwi Be Friends palette, and I'll show you what she looks like on the inside. I was not drawn to this part, but like looking at the rest of it, the color story is just really, really beautiful. But the mattes in here are not great. And even though I really like the shimmers, because the rest of the palette to me is kind of useless, I am never going to reach for this. So I'm going to see if someone else wants to give it a shot. Another palette I got in a boxy charm is the Studio Makeup Ease to Wear eyeshadow palette. This kind of reminded me of like that Urban Decay one that was kind of like the Anastasia Sultry palette. It has like all the neutrals and then a coral shade. These are not colors that really speak to me, so I'm going to get rid of this. And then this was an Amazon purchase. I think I partly purchased it because I thought the packaging was really cute. And this is You Can Be Back to School. It gave me like wizardy vibes or whatever. And this is the color story that I thought was really beautiful. It's not an amazing palette. I think it's really interesting that they have like this kind of cream Super Shock formula. They have a glitter in here that I'll never use. This one is also kind of that cream squishy like Super Shock, and the shimmers are quite nice, but I'm never going to use this because I have other palettes that I enjoy more with similar shades. And then the last ones here are from when Shop Hush used to be a thing and everybody was going crazy over their dupe palettes, and I have 3 here that I never ever reach for that I am going to give away. You can't even buy these. 2 of them, actually all of them, are from Bad Habit. This is the Solstice. So this one here is the Solstice palette. And this is supposed to be like a dupe of the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. I don't really reach for this. And again, I just don't want to hold on to it. This one is the Supernova, which I think was supposed to be like a Huda palette. Really beautiful, but I never reach for it. And yeah. And then the last one here is the Athena palette from Bad Habit. I believe this was supposed to be another Huda Beauty dupe. Again, I don't reach for it. So that is everything that I am going to declutter and offer up to my friends and family. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can get notified the next time I upload a video. And until next time, thank you guys. Bye.